Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book addict. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. Today's video is going to be my favorite Halloween reads. Some of these books I've never actually read on Halloween, but these are the books that I've read throughout the years that every time I read them, regardless of the season, always bring me back to Halloween. Like, I just absolutely love them, and you've heard me talk about a lot of these books a million times before, so I'm sorry if you don't want to hear me talk about the same shit all the time. You can go to another channel, but for the most part, let me begin being repetitive. The first one I have here is Chain Letter by Christopher Pike. This is actually a duology, and this I talked about a long time ago on my channel, probably the first year I had it, but it's about a group of teens, and it's literally just, it's a chain letter. You know, when you're younger and you used to get those letters where it's like, if you don't send it on, this is gonna happen to you, and you had to keep forwarding it to people. Kind of like that happens in here, but it's signed by your caretaker, and things start happening. It's creepy. The first book, because this has 2 books in it, the first book is actually really spooky. I really enjoyed it, and it did put me in the whole I Know What You Did Last Summer like feels, and I just finished watching the duology. I hate the last one that had like a bunch of random people that don't matter, but if you like I Know What You Did Last Summer, I do highly recommend this. It's very fun, very easy to read, they're quick, and it's just so enjoyable. The next on my list is a witch series you guys have heard me talk about a million times, because it's definitely by far my absolute favorite series, witch books in general, and that is the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. I still do not actually own the first one, but the first one is, what is the name of the first one? Book of Shadows. But it's about a girl named Morgan who finds out she's adopted and she's actually a witch because this new guy Cal comes into school. They start doing like circles, you know, seances and stuff like that, and that's when she realizes, and it's so much stuff, but I absolutely adore this series. It's definitely perfect for October, for the fall in general. So these aren't just Halloween reads, these are, you can read them all fall. But I really do love this. I have recommended this a million times. If you haven't picked it up, just pick up the first book, but I do highly recommend. It's so much fun, it's so enjoyable, and it's perfect for this time of year, obviously. Another really good witch series, and this is also really fast to read, is the original trilogy to The Secret Circle by, I don't know why, I always want to say V.C. Andrews, by L.J. Smith. This is about a girl named Cassie who, her grandmother's really sick. Her and her mother move in with them, and Cassie finds out she's actually a witch. I really love the TV show. I also, like, they canceled it after the first season, but I still recommend watching the first season. I freaking tore that shit apart, and I wish it would have continued. It's so good. I really freaking love it. But the book series is not as good as the show, but it's still really enjoyable. It's different from the TV show, of course, but it's fast. I think I read this last year actually for Halloween. If I'm correct, I read this last year or the year before. It's really good for this time of year. Okay, super good. Probably the most predictable if you guys have been following me forever. There's one paranormal series that I am absolutely obsessed with. I haven't read it in a while, but I do actually want to reread at least the first book, and that is the Night World series by L.J. Smith, another L.J. Smith book. I like L.J. Smith. She reminds me of my younger, like, her writing is so 90s, and it reminds me of the 90s, okay? But this is following a whole lot of people. There's 3 books in each of these, and it's following the whole night world and the rules that no humans can know about the night world. And you can't, like, tell people, and a human should never fall in love with someone from the night world. Actually, it's backwards. Someone from the night world can never fall in love with a human, and all of them have to deal with the soulmate principle. They're fun. They're enjoyable. I just love them. There's vampires and shapeshifters and werewolves and witches, and they have all of the above. Go read it. Now to my top favorites. These are like my number 1, 2, and 3 spots. In no particular order though. this also should not be a surprise, and that is the Merciless trilogy. I'm really hoping there's another book after this, but it is the Merciless 1, Merciless 2, I'm not going to tell you anything, and this is Merciless 3, Origins of Evil. These are gruesome, they're gory, they're super fast, they definitely put you in the mood for creepy shit to happen. They all have like religion stuff in here. Like the first book, they like literally, forgive us, Father, for we have sinned. The second book takes place in a Catholic school, and the third book is actually how it all began. Really enjoyed this one, but I adore these books. One of my favorite series in general. Like, I just love them. They're gory, so good. But it's about a girl named Sophia who's new. Her mom is like a military mom. She moves around. She gets this new school, and there's a girl named Brooklyn, and then there's these 3 crazy religious bitches who take Sophia under the wing and then want her to help them. Like, they perform an exorcism on Brooklyn. It's disgusting. There's blood and gore and secrets and shit and like evil. It's really good. Another Daniel Vega book is Survive the Night. I have also talked about this book. It's about a girl who's been in trouble. Not in trouble. She hasn't hung out with a group of friends in a while. She decides to hang out with these group of friends. They go to a rave in an abandoned part of a subway station. Like that they don't use the tunnels anymore. And people start dying. It's really good, really creepy. I thoroughly loved it and enjoyed it. I want to say I did actually read this for Halloween last year. I love it. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. The last book is one that I read this year and I absolutely adored, and that is How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. It's about a girl named Samantha Mather whose father goes into a coma. Her grandmother passes away and they get left the house, but because of medical bills of taking care of the father, I had something. They move into the house, and it's in Salem, Massachusetts. Her father never took her to Salem. She never knew her I think she met maybe her grandmother once, but if I'm correct, she doesn't know it. So her and her stepmom move into her late grandmother's house, and she... Sorry, I'm listening to what my sister and my mom are saying. And she runs into a group called the Descendants, and those people are the descendants of the ones accused of witchcraft, and she's the descendant of Cotton Mather, who's responsible for hanging people. And it's about that. There's a ghost involved, and this needs to be made into a movie or a television show or something. I loved it so much. Book 2 actually just came out this month. I hope I can pick it up soon. But I think that follows in a story. The point is, Adriana Mather knows how to write. I freaking loved Samantha. I loved this book. Read yourself this one, okay? So that is my repetitive what I recommend this Halloween. I definitely want to keep reading more paranormal. I've just been so in the mood for that lately, like mystery books and all of these other things. But these are like scream Halloween to me, and fall. I will eventually actually make another recommendations video solely on just like YA mystery books, because I've read a few of those, especially this year alone. I love them, but that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what books you guys really enjoy reading. What types of books do you like reading? Mystery? Do you like reading romance, historical fiction? And do you like reading horror books or all of that stuff in the month of October and fall? Comment them down below. Let me know if I have a book that you guys recommend. Maybe I'll read it. But I'll see you in my next video. Bye.